Alright guys, thanks for checking me out. Today a quick tutorial how to quick mix or speed mix. Coming right up.
1, 2, 3, funky.
Alright guys, thanks for checking me out. We're going to talk about quick mixing, speed mixing. If you want to get into bars and phrases, check out D.J.TLM. I'm not going to go into that too much, but real quickly, most popular music comes in 4/4 time signature dance music, hip hop, almost all popular music. There might be some exceptions. Anyways, so the way we mix are in either 8-bar or 16-bar increments as far as like intros and outros. So usually an 8-bar is 32 beats, 64 beat is 16 bars. Usually those are the outros. Also, a lot of times, almost always in popular music, usually there are changes within 32 beats, 8 bars, or 64 beat, 16 bars, meaning there's a new instrument coming in. There might be a synth coming in. There might be a snare. There might be hi-hats, etc. That might be when a chorus is beginning. That might be when a verse is happening. That might be the end of something. That might be the start of a different part of that record. We're gonna get into some of my mix here, and I'm gonna move around on this video and try to explain how I'm doing the speed mixing, how quickly it is. I'll just talk about it when I play some of this video.
Johnny Tapia.
So in this part, that it is time to get funky, that's at least I believe 32 beats, and I'm trying to, as I'm getting the next record in, I'm trying to think about when is this guy basically going to shut up, or when can I get in there with the next 32 beats from my next record. I'm trying to wait till he finishes his verse and trying to get this beat in. Okay, that one wasn't so pretty, and I'm just trying to go fast. I'm going to play you everything. I did this off the top of my head, and you're going to realize that. But when we're doing this speed mixing, we're trying to give people a taste of the music. We're not trying to do these old school disco blends where they're like, 18 measures long or something crazy like that. No, it's not about that. It's a pretty hyper fast. When you put on the next record, you're looking to get out of that record. Another quick thing, especially when we have Serato these days, some of the volumes aren't always even across the board. So a lot of times go through your files, make sure that you're adjusting those levels so that when you're bringing in the next record, you don't have to do too much adjusting. Sometimes that's hard to do, but try to do that. There's always some little tweaking that you usually have to do sometimes, but if you could do it beforehand, that helps. When we're speed mixing, we try to bring in the level of the right and the left deck to be as equal as possible. It's not like, you're at the house club and you're dropping the bass. You don't have time for that. You're trying to get in 32, maybe even 64 beats is too long. You're trying to get in and out, and you're trying to have your levels about as equal as possible. On that one right there, could have been a little tighter at the end of the record that was being faded out. It seems like a vocal was coming in. That's something we have to be cognizant of when you're blending. If you can avoid that or fade that out, that would help. If you are a scratcher, you have a leg up. If you could cut and scratch, if you have a nice, even a baby scratch or a chirp scratch, it helps because you could make a transition a little bit smoother and make it a little more abrupt without it being as ugly as it could be.
Like this.
Especially when on the Like This record by Chippy on the left, when you have an a cappella or a distinctive sound to bring it into the next record. On the right side, I was trying to come in with that bass line. That's where I should have been bringing in the intro, the 32 beats or whatever from the next song. I think I missed it and I had to readjust. When you're playing a song like this is Can You Feel It by Mr. Fingers, it generally doesn't have many vocals or anything. It may have a little vocal parts in it, but it gives enough room for you to put in another beat and get your transitions going. Now guys, you might have a couple happy accidents, some not as happy as they could be, but you're letting your balls hang out. You're doing this quick. This is rapid fire. This is a little bit, you're already thinking of the next record. That one was not as pretty as it could be. A lot of times the echo is your friend on these quick transitions, whether you have your echo in your software or on your hardware. They're our friends in the quick mix. This is another example of a chirp scratch or a scratch that you can use to get into the next record. You can't think about it much. Sometimes you just go, you can't think about it too much. There was a little drum roll or something I knew it would come in and it didn't work out too bad. By the way, what a great record.
People in your
that's where I talked about that echo out transition. Actually, I like this blend that I played. The 808s in this and the percussion, I don't know if it's the hi-hats or something, some of the effects in this, they go very well together. I was kind of impressed by this blend that I just did at the top of my head. Al Nafaish, It's Time. Classic electro with some house. Gotta love that song. The next one is an Italo record that I'm going to get into, Capricorn, and then I'm going to do a house record. And I think it actually worked out pretty well because I threw in an a cappella. I'll shut up. You could listen. That was a cleaner blend because I liked how the synth ended on the record on the left hand side. The electro record, the It's Time record just kind of ended, and then the next record flowed right in. That's a proper quick blend there. So on this one I did a little cutting, but we're going from a Italo record to a house record, and I'm going to be using the a cappella kind of like to cut it in. In a minute, when I let the scratch go, you're going to realize what I'm talking about it being on measure and it being on time.
There's some hoes in this house. 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 There's some hoes in this house.
Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Just a couple tips, quick tutorial on how I do my speed mixing. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks for checking me out.